All right, guys, if you thought last week was action-packed, this week is going to be even crazier with all these earnings reports, the election on Tuesday, and then also the Fed meeting on Thursday, guys, and lots of key reports. So I wanted to go through some of these earnings just to make sure they're on your radar in case there's some that you own or are thinking about owning. So let's start with Monday. We know the big one here is Palantir, right? This is Monday after market close. The stock has had one heck of a run. So if they miss on anything, the stock will most likely take a breather. And that would be the opportunity to enter into the stock if you're not in it yet, okay? Now, next on the list here, we got Hims and Hers. That's also Monday after market close. I'm curious to see how much of their revenue is, the weight loss GLP-1 compound version. This stock, while there's been shortages, right, with Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk has really benefited. I'm curious to see if they get removed, both companies, are off the shortage list, if Hims and Hers can continue to rally. I think so because, again, 5% of the revenue only comes from the GLP-1s. They have many other areas of business. So I think this is a good long-term hold, but we want to see what their numbers show here, okay? And if there's more risk to it, obviously, okay, with that name. And then what else we got here? We have Lattice Semiconductors. We have Navitas. We have NXP, okay, on Monday after market close as well. Some semiconductor stocks. There's also Wynn Resorts if you're into, the gambling or the hotel, the casinos. And then on Tuesday, the big one is Supermicro, okay? They have their business update on November 5th. That is Tuesday. And so this company really needs to address these issues, obviously, about refiling the 10K, about getting a new accounting firm. And if they report their numbers, hopefully they don't delay it, but I assume they're going to report their financials. I know people aren't going to trust them, right? Because they don't have any credibility because they lost their accountant, right? But if they do show gross profit margins have improved, okay, then that could get a little excitement back in the stock for a quick trade. But like I said, they need to address many other things. So it's a very risky stock. I'd rather put my money in NVIDIA where you're not stressing out, okay? But if you want to keep going and trying to scalp it and time it, just be careful, okay? But this stock can go a lot lower than people think if they don't resolve these things. But I would assume on Tuesday after market close that they will resolve at least one of these issues. If they don't, then you can expect the stock to remain in free fall. But if they do address some and have a plan of attack moving forward to get out of this mess, then the stock can start going higher. And especially if they have better profit margins, right? That's what dragged the stock down to begin with. Then that's going to help as well. Okay. So that's Supermicro after market close. There's also Devon Energy. So oil will be in focus there. There's also Microchip, another company, and Coupang. Big Bear AI also reports. So that's after market close on Tuesday. Okay. If you're interested before market close, there's Global Foundries on Tuesday, pre-market, and then also Melco Resorts, which is a Chinese company. There's also Ferrari. Okay. That's reporting Tuesday before market open. And then let's see, on Wednesday, moving over here, we got pre-market. This is a big day. Wednesday and Thursday, huge days. We have Celsius Holdings. A lot of people have commented about that one. We'll see if the inventory at Pepsi has resolved itself, or is it going to take another quarter before they get through that? I don't know about you, but I'm seeing lots of specials right now to get rid of Celsius off the shelves at grocery stores near my house, like buy two, get one free. I still see a lot there, so I'm thinking it might take another quarter, but if they just have better commentary or guidance talking about better margins next quarter, the issue being resolved, that could be enough to get the stock back on track with how much it has fallen. Okay, so remember, guidance will be the key with Celsius Holdings earnings. And then also we have Novo Nordisk in the pre-market, obviously main competitor to Eli Lilly, okay, with their weight loss drug. You have CVS Health. There's also Toyota, okay. And then Wednesday after market close, we have ARM Holdings. Again, another semiconductor play. This is in a lot of smartphones and technology today. They get those royalty fees, even though this is a very expensive stock, right? I think this is one that could be good long because of, how many companies they work with, okay? And like I said, those royalty fees, they keep increasing those over time. So that's another, constant stream of growing revenue. So that one's one to watch. AMC, don't care about that one, but I know some people like, the meme stock mania if they think that could happen again, but I'm not touching that one. Qualcomm, again, for semiconductors. Elf, another one people have commented on in cosmetics, right, in beauty segment. And then there's also App Lovin', guys. I remember buying this stock when it was like 10 bucks a share. Now it's way higher. This thing is ripped higher. So I can't personally touch it unless there's a big dip. But they keep firing on all cylinders. It wouldn't surprise me if it's like Carvana, just keeps going up and keeps beating and raising, but we'll see. Okay, but I'm not touching unless there's a big pullback there. Also, there's Mercado Libre. And that's pretty much it for Wednesday. Anything that's interesting, at least for Wednesday after market close. And then Thursday, big day as well. We have Vistra Corp, also known as Vistra Energy. This is VST. This is a stock that I like. Now, this stock is catching a big dip because other nuclear names have reported earnings and it wasn't good so far. A lot of these stocks got overextended, were overbought, and now it's in prove it mode right during earnings. So this could fall more, guys. But like I said, I like buying this one before earnings and after. I'm going to keep accumulating a position with this name because they bought 4 nuclear power plants earlier this year, and they are one of the top dogs, with the nuclear. It's the second biggest now, Vistra Corp, with energy storage, in the US. So I like this one. That's the way I'm playing the nuclear boom. So I'll be buying before on this dip, and after, if it dips more, I'll just buy more, okay? And then Moderna is also reporting. We have Barrick, which is gold. Datadog, another company that I like. I'd like to see how they report. There's Halliburton. There's Hershey. Okay, so that's Thursday pre-market, before market open. And then after close, we have a ton of big companies, or well-known companies. DraftKings. We have Arista Networks. We have Block, aka Square, right? Rivian, Unity, The Trade Desk, Affirm, Fortinet, Pinterest. We're talking many different sectors here, guys. These are all, pretty popular names here, okay? And then on Friday, before market open, there's Sony, for example. Nothing that's too interesting to me there, okay? But that is the week ahead. And on top of that, we have, as we know, the election on Tuesday. And we'll see what the market, usually it's finalized late Tuesday night. So you could easily see after market where the stocks are up, and then Wednesday pre-market where it's way down. You never know the fluctuations, okay, once it's all tallied and finalized. So Wednesday is going to be volatile. You could catch sharp, quick flash dips, right, where it comes down and then rebounds quickly potentially. We never know, or if it'll last longer than a day, okay? But I'll be buying the dips, guys. I'm going to be waiting with cash, as you know, on Wednesday. And then Thursday is the Fed meeting. Hopefully they cut interest rates, because a cut is good for stocks, guys. If they don't cut, then I don't think stocks are going to rally right away. If they do cut, I think they will, especially the small cap stocks like Upstart, like Affirm, guys. They already have had a big rally, but I do believe there's more in the tank if there's another interest rate cut. So those are, two I'll also be looking at, as you know, if there is a dip Wednesday, okay? So this is where you want to have your plan of attack. What stocks are you looking at? Because when everything goes down, a lot of times it'll go down together, and then you're like, okay, what do I buy, right? There's a million stocks on sale. That's why you got to have a plan now. What are you going to buy if there is a big dip on Wednesday, after the election this week? And maybe there is another dip if, like I said, the Fed doesn't cut, right? If they decide to pause. But keep the big picture mindset here, guys, with AI, and also that a cut will happen eventually, most likely, right? We're in an interest rate cut cycle, and this is just the beginning of it. So those small caps, those interest rate sensitive stocks should keep benefiting over time. And like I said, Upstart, Affirm are 2 great ways to play those guys. So have a great night. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you're going to play this week. I'm curious, guys. Have a good one.